Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I'm getting ready to take off for Palm Springs tonight, and I have about 8 minutes, literally 8 minutes to share a message I've been thinking about. And it is, why do some people crash and burn and other people soar? And I hope you can hear me okay. But I'm going to share this simple message and give you a couple of points that I think you can focus on to help you be able to make your 2020 the best it can be. And this is specifically for people that are in business, whether you're in traditional business or network marketing business. These four things really, honestly, in my experience, personally, professionally, in coaching people in my industry, on my team, are the four things that really determine whether you're going to be successful long term or not. Now, when I'm talking about these, I don't mean that these four things will instantaneously bring you down and make you crash and burn, or these four things will instantaneously make you soar and make you successful. What you have to understand is that whatever you're doing, it takes at least a good 60 to 90 to 120 days to really see the effects. And so if you're looking for instant change, whether it's bad or good, there's no such thing. One of my favorite books I talk about a lot is Jeff Olson's The Slight Edge, and he either says you're always on a curve. You're either on an up curve or a down curve. There is no such thing as staying steady, stable, and just moving in an even line. You're either headed up or you're headed down. And sometimes, just like the frog that you put in the pot of boiling water, sometimes you don't notice you're on the way down until the water is boiling hot and you're dead. Okay, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about these things that make people or help people to soar. The first thing that I really truly believe affects your ability to soar is consistency. And that has a lot to do with habits. If you struggle with consistency in your life, I want you to find one thing that you can be consistent with. So one of the things that I started doing about 9 months ago, for example, is I started working out 6 days a week. Now, I'm not perfect at it. I've missed maybe 5 or 6 days in 9 months. Out of that whole period of time, but consistency. And if you struggle with consistency and positive habits in your life, sometimes you have to start with something really ridiculously small that you can be consistent at. For example, deciding I can wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, get on my knees and pray. Or I can write a gratitude list of 3 things every day. Or I can talk to one new person every day. Or I can work out 20 minutes a day, right? Just pick something in any area of your life that you commit to be consistent with, and then start to transfer that into your business and into other areas of your life. Because as you prove to yourself that you can be consistent with something and you create a good habit, it will then be evidence that you can create a new positive, consistent habit in other areas. So don't start with something crazy big. Start with something small, get consistent at it, and then build on that into other areas. But if you are not consistent, you will never achieve greatness. I'm just going to be honest with you. And by consistency, I don't mean you can never be off. I don't mean you can never take a day off. I don't mean you can never take a vacation. That's not what I mean. But in the business that I'm in, I see people that struggle with consistency big time. Like 1 month they're hot, 1 month they're cold. 1 month they do something, 1 month they do nothing. And it's like, how do you ever think you're going to be successful unless you establish some consistency in your life? And you guys can be consistent. Hey, Rihanna, kia ora, sorry. Okay, let's talk about intensity. The second thing is intensity. You have got to be intense. It doesn't mean you have to be crazy. It doesn't mean, again, that you have to be on all the time. But when you are working and when you have a goal in mind, are you intense? Are you focused? Are you passionate? Are you really going after it? Or are you sort of like, la, la, la? I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm going to give it 6 months. And I don't know. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If the stars line up and the universe. No, you have to be intense. If you want something, you've got to be so razor focused on it. You've got to be so intentional and so into it in the time that you have. If there is no intensity, no fire, no passion, you're never going to get to where you want to go. So I want you to figure out why you want what you want, Have it be something really passionate and intense that gives you that energy, that momentum personally inside of you that makes you go after it. So again, the first thing is consistency. The second thing is intensity. The third thing is this never give up attitude. Never give up, never back down. I call it the fighter mentality. Are you a fighter, or are you somebody that gives up easily? I love the song The Fighter. It was One Republic, and I can't remember who sung it with them, but I love the song The Fighter, because people that are successful, people that live a life that they love and that they want and leave a legacy behind, are people that never give up. You can develop that characteristic when you're faced with a difficult situation, or something goes wrong, or things didn't turn out the way that you planned, or somebody disappoints you. You have a choice. You have a choice to give up, or you have a choice to, sometimes, like last night, I was like, I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to start over tomorrow. You have a choice, and you can become somebody that never gives up. And you can be that example to other people of consistency, intensity, and a fighter mentality. Never give up, okay? The fourth thing that is so important that I'm gonna dig into right now for a minute is, who are you listening to? Who are the 5 people that you surround yourself with? Are they the wrong 5? Are they the right 5? What kind of voices of influence do you have coming into your mind, into your business? Do you have people that are saying negative things? Do you have people that feel like they're telling you something that's kind of against what you really feel inside? Maybe they're telling you to pull back or hang back or just step back and just, wait till things get better and then jump back in. Are they somebody that brings doubt into your mind, fear into your mind? When you're in a conversation with them, do you feel secure? Do you feel happy? Do you feel energized? Do you feel excited? Do you feel motivated? Do you feel inspired? Or do you feel down? Do you feel discouraged? Do you feel hopeless? Do you feel like you're not good enough? Do you feel like it's not going to get better? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Because that's entirely up to you. And I will tell you, you can love people, but you don't have to spend a lot of time in their energy. You can love people, but you don't have to have them be in your inner circle. You can love people, but they don't have to have influence over you. It's really possible. And some of you are still surrounding yourself with the wrong 5. And you're not surrounded. And some of these might be your leaders, might be your downline, might be your sideline, might be your family, might be your friends. And I'm not saying you could just leave all of those people, but you have a choice what voices you let inside your mind, what messages you decide to read and respond to, what emails you open, what social media accounts you look at, what posts you read. Nobody can control that but you. And if you're feeling like your energy is going down, you're feeling discouraged, you're feeling like things are not going to the right place, I want you to take a close look at who you're listening to. Because I'll tell you who I listen to. I listen to people that push me to want to be better. I listen to people that stretch me to new heights. I listen to people that have high energy, people that want greater things, people that have vision, people that inspire me. Anything else, I ain't got time for. And I love you, but I don't have time for it, because I need to protect my peace. I need to protect my mind and my heart. And I'm going to do that by surrounding myself with the right 5. Okay, there's the wrong 5 and the right 5. Who are your 5 closest people that you talk to most often? And how do they make you feel? How do they build you up? How do they inspire you? How do they push you to be better? Because life is about progress. Your business is about progress. It's not about sitting back, kicking back, waiting till things get better. If you want things to get better, you go out and you make them better. If you want your marriage to get better, you go out and you do things to make your marriage better. If you want to make your bank account better, you go out and you do things to make your bank account better. It doesn't just happen by osmosis. And you have so much more control than you think you do. So much more control. Don't you ever give your control away to anybody else. Don't you ever lose the race or lose the battle because you're not consistent, because you don't have habits, because you don't have that fire and intensity. You've got fire and intensity inside of you. I know you do. You can find that fire. You can find that intensity. Don't you ever give up. You keep fighting. You keep fighting because you're fighting for things you don't even know you're fighting for. And as you keep fighting for those things, all of the reasons will be unfolded why. But we were not made to quit. We were made to persevere. And the fourth thing is, you got to be careful who you listen to, who you let into your space, and who you let impact you. These are the 4 things that I am focused on this year. And I might love you, but if I don't give you a lot of my space, it's because it's just not the right energy for me. And it might be right for somebody else, but it's not right for me, right? And that's okay. We can still love people and be different. We have to take care of our hearts and our minds so that we can show up in our best selves. Consistency, intensity, a fighter mentality, and who are you listening to and surrounding yourself with. That's it, guys. I gotta go. Gotta get ready to go. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later.